You don't miss them. You miss the version of them your brain never got to finish. And that's exactly why emotionally unavailable people become almost impossible to forget. Think about it. Why is it that someone who gave you the least often takes up the most space in your mind? Why do you still replay conversations? Wonder what they're thinking, or imagine what could have happened. Long after they've disappeared, it feels like love. But according to psychology, it usually isn't. Your brain wasn't addicted to the person. It became addicted to the possibility of them. And today, you'll discover why emotionally unavailable people leave some of the deepest psychological scars. Why healthy relationships can suddenly feel boring afterward. And the hidden brain mechanism that keeps millions trapped in relationships that were never truly real. Because once you understand what's happening inside your mind, you'll never look at heartbreak the same way again. Most people believe heartbreak happens because someone was the one. But here's something psychologists have discovered. Some of the hardest people to move on from weren't even the best partners. They didn't give you consistency. They didn't make you feel secure. They rarely met your emotional needs. Yet somehow, they became unforgettable. So why does your mind hold on so tightly to someone who never fully showed up? The answer begins with a psychological phenomenon your brain has been using your entire life, without you even realizing it. Your brain hates unfinished stories. Imagine reading a mystery novel. Then someone tears out the final page. You wouldn't stop thinking about the ending, not because it was the greatest story, but because it never ended. Your brain treats emotionally unavailable people the same way. They rarely give you closure. No real explanation, no clear goodbye, only unanswered questions. Did they ever love me? What if things had been different? Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain remembers unfinished experiences better than finished ones. So you're not just remembering them, you're trying to finish a story that never had an ending. But that's not even the biggest reason. Because the next one literally changes how your brain works. Your brain becomes addicted to uncertainty. Most people think they're addicted to love. They're not. They're addicted to unpredictability. One day they text, next day they disappear. Then suddenly they're back. Your brain never knows what comes next. And that's exactly what releases dopamine. Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement. It's the same reward system that keeps people pulling the lever on slot machines. You don't chase what you always get. You chase what you might get. Eventually, you stop waiting for the person. You start waiting for the next emotional reward. And that's when attachment starts feeling like addiction. But the next reason is even stranger. Your brain slowly stops remembering who they really were. You fall in love with potential. Memory isn't a recording. It's a reconstruction. Every time you think about them, your brain fills in the missing pieces. Maybe they were scared. Maybe they just needed time. Maybe they loved me, but couldn't show it. Slowly, reality fades. Fantasy takes over. You stop missing the person. You start missing the future you imagined with them. That's why emotionally unavailable people often feel impossible to forget. Because you aren't grieving what happened. You're grieving what never happened. They activate old emotional wounds sometimes. You're not attached because they are special. You're attached because they feel familiar. Your brain naturally moves toward what it recognizes. If you grew up around inconsistent love, where attention came and went, where you had to work for approval, your nervous system may confuse emotional distance with connection. So when someone pulls away, it doesn't just feel like rejection. It feels like a challenge, a chance to finally prove, this time, I'll be chosen. The relationship becomes bigger than the person. You're not only chasing them. You're chasing an old feeling you've been trying to heal. Yet trapped by almost the most painful relationships are often not the ones that completely failed. They're the ones that almost worked, almost committed, almost vulnerable, almost became what you needed, because almost keeps hope alive. Your brain keeps thinking, maybe next time, maybe they will change, maybe I just need to wait. And that possibility becomes more powerful than reality. You don't stay attached to what happened. You stay attached to what could have happened. Chaos starts feeling like chemistry. Here's the confusing part. After an emotionally unavailable relationship, healthy love can feel strange. You meet someone consistent, someone who communicates, someone who chooses you. Your brain says, something feels missing. But what feels missing isn't passion. It's anxiety. your brain learned that love means chasing, waiting, and proving yourself. Peace can feel boring. Chaos creates intensity. But intensity is not always intimacy. Sometimes the strongest connection is the one that finally allows your nervous system to relax. You become addicted to the feeling, not the person sometimes. You don't miss them. You miss who you became around them. The excitement, the hope, the emotional highs and lows. Your brain starts connecting their presence with a powerful emotional experience. So even when they hurt you, part of you still searches for that feeling again. That's why letting go can feel like losing an addiction. You're not only releasing a person, you're breaking a pattern. You never accepted the reality. The hardest person to forget is often the person you never truly had. So your mind keeps protecting the fantasy. They had potential. They would change someday. Maybe the timing was wrong, but healing begins when you stop asking, why wasn't I enough? Start asking, why was I holding on to someone who couldn't meet me? The moment you see reality clearly, the attachment starts losing its power. Emotionally unavailable people feel impossible to forget. Not because they were your greatest love, but because they created the perfect storm. Uncertainty, hope, fantasy, and unfinished emotions. Your brain wasn't broken. It was trying to complete a story that never had an ending. But real love doesn't make you chase, doesn't make you constantly question your worth. It doesn't keep you waiting for someone to finally choose you. The right connection feels different, feels safe, feels consistent. And one day you'll realize you weren't missing them. You were missing the version of yourself that was still waiting to be chosen. If you want to understand the hidden psychology behind relationships, attachment, and human behavior, subscribe to Mind Bond Psychology, because understanding your mind is the first step toward changing your life.